So guys, DSS witness tells courts that no instrument of terrorism was found on Nnamdi Kanu. So, the trial of the embattled leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, in the person of Nnamdi Kanu, resumed on Friday before Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court, Abuja, with the cross-examination of principal witness, who said he did not find any instruments of terrorism on Nnamdi. The court also granted the request of the federal government for witnesses to testify behind the screens. Why the prosecution counsel is Adegboyega Awomolo is a senior advocate of Nigeria and a former attorney general of the Federation. Kanu Agabi led the defense team. So guys, an operative of the Department of State Services, that's DSS, known as AAA, appeared as PW1 when AAA was asked if he was the officer conducting the interview in the video played in court. He said that 5 officers were in the room and that he was one of them. So he now said that his role in the investigation was limited to arresting the defendant, obtaining his statements, and escorting him to Abuja for onward investigation. On the items presented in court, AAA was asked if there was anything which, on the face of it was offensive, and he said no. That was what he said. He said no. When asked if he had analyzed any of the items recovered from him, he said he analyzed only his phone. So he said his phone was in evidence, though there was no analysis in evidence because they considered it immaterial to the case. So when they now asked him, do you agree that in the 10 years since you confiscated these items, many of them have lost their value? He said yes. So he was now asked again whether there is a record of items he claimed the DSS returned to, Nnamdi Kanu, that's the defendants. He said yes, but noted that he didn't personally keep the records. So he disclosed that he did not find any instruments of violence on the lady with Nnamdi Kanu and did not consider her company as facilitating terrorism. So guys, just watch this short clip. I'll see you guys in the GV. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Senior reporter Celestina area has more.
During cross-examination conducted by Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Kanu Agabi's son, before Justice James Omotosho, the witness said that the recovered items may not be ordinarily offensive, but the intention of the defendant. The DSS operative admitted analyzing the cell phone of the defendant, but the report of analysis was not made available to the court because it is immaterial. In the 10 years that the items were impounded, he admitted the properties may have lost their value and become of no use. He further explained that he did not bring anyone before Kanu to confront him on any issue of terrorism. Mr. Kanu's statement was obtained without the presence of his lawyer, and the statements were not obtained from other persons. There is no other person put on trial by the federal government on account of agitation for Biafran nation actualization. The witness said that he read in the newspaper and social media those backing the defendants in the agitation. He admitted that there were killings in some parts of the country, especially in the north, but the government had been doing its best to stem the tides of the killings. The witness said he would not also know whether the killings were as a result of self-determination agitation. Justice James Omotosho told counsel to Nnamdi Kanu, Kanu Agabi, senior advocate of Nigeria, to come by way of application before the court seeking the release of some of the items the DSS seized from Mr. Kanu in 2015. The court said though it has been 10 years, some of those items can be salvaged by way of converting them. The court adjourned to May 6th, 7th, and 8th for continuation of hearing.
You see this case featuring terrorism and treasonable felony charges was originally instituted in 2015, and it was because of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in Lagos they now instituted these terrorism and treasonable felony charges. Yes, it was originally instituted in 2015 because of Nnamdi Kanu's arrest in Lagos. Major setbacks have held the case down for almost a decade, making it impossible for the prosecution to call witnesses and also present exhibits until Tuesday. Now, the case started with 4 people initially charged as Nnamdi Kanu's co-defendants in February 2018. Then the then trial judge Binta Nyako served the trial, separating Nnamdi Kanu, who had fled severance, allowed the prosecution to continue proceedings against the 4 remaining co-defendants. See, the truth is that there is no case against Nnamdi Kanu. These people are just detaining him for nothing. They are just detaining Nnamdi Kanu for nothing. And Nnamdi Kanu deserves compensation, not detention anymore. He deserves compensation and not detention. They should just release this guy. They should just release him and let him go. And also compensate him for all the years they denied him his freedom. What we want in this country is a referendum where every region decides for themselves. They should release Nnamdi Kanu. Why keeping him in detention since all these years? It's almost a decade. Let him go and meet his family. This is injustice, biased judiciary system. You can imagine, since 2021 till date, the law court couldn't find Nnamdi Kanu an offender of law, both local and international. They are just holding an innocent man in jail, captive. They are just holding him captive. There's no proof that there's no proof that he's an offender and all that. So guys, I'll leave you guys to air your views in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. And before then, I'll just let you see some of the people's reaction on Facebook on what they said about this matter, on what they said about this Nnamdi Kanu's matter. People are reacting to this. People are really saying a whole lot of things about it. Just remember to subscribe, like, and also drop a comment below. I'll see you guys in my next video. Just look at these comments.